Okay, back in the game.
If you're new to town or just new to this whole radio
Regain
show,
the ability to
listen me.
use and interact with items.
The only girl
So,
who'll spend the night with you and leave first thing in the morning, guaranteed.
game works
Well, looks like
mostly
the boards are lighting
fine,
up.
but
Aren't I the popular one?
it still has
Let's
bugs.
see. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Caller,
A
you've
gambit.
got the
A
first
gambit
shot
has
at
been
that
played.
tonight.
The king
So,
leaves
who do I have the
himself.
pleasure of speaking to?
Hi, Deb. This is, Vigo.
I'm from LaCroix, business in Hollywood.
Vigo,
I have
why
a certain
yes.
financial interest in a restaurant in Hollywood called the
Yacht Club?
Cavalieri Cafe.
How many votes do you
I have
have?
made an offer on the establishment that is more than generous. It seems that the owners are
I
remiss
used to do a
to
little
accept.
yachting myself. What
It is
brand
my
boat do you have?
understanding that a renowned food critic named Tommy Flayton will be writing an article about the restaurant very soon.
Ah,
Please
like
intercept
that,
him
like
there
that.
and make
Nothing
sure the
can-
review is unfavorable.
Yes.
Arrivederci, Vigo. Caller 2, you're on the Deb of Night. Agent?
I am.
Hello, caller.
I am.
Is tonight a rerun?
Deb.
Caller number 3, what's keeping you up?
Deb. Listen to me, Deb. They're at it again and people have got to know. They've got to know because they don't know. They won't report this stuff and then because they own the news.
Okay, there was a guy in the bathroom.
Conspiracy. It's going beyond conspiracy, okay? There's no word for something as devious and secret as that.
Oh, yeah.
Understand? The people need to hear this.
What the hell is this
They
shit?
know the real story.
Let me out, goddammit! I'll kill that crazy bitch!
All right.
I don't think so.
We all know the
Look, my
American government
sister,
is back in the
she's a little nuts. I'll let you go if you'll forget about this.
They've been conducting a
Psycho bitch brought me here, hit me in the head, and locked me up. What the fuck? I mean, who the fuck does that?
started conducting space missions. You know why? I'll tell you why. The reason is because the Chinese are trying to stop the Americans from finding an ancient space probe.
Yeah, well, only because you tried to rape her. At least that's what she'll tell the cops.
To the Chinese to get back at the Intromitans, aka
Oh, so she's gonna play it like that, huh? Alright. Alright, just let me out. I want to get as far away from that crazy bitch as possible.
more money into space. Don't you see what's happening? I can't believe I'm the only one that's figured it out. Am I the only person alive that can see what's going on? It's because the Intromitans and the Betas are going to be fighting their war in this galaxy through us, Deb. And the American people,
Yeah.
the people of Earth, you people cannot
He's
let
causing
this
trouble.
happen. Versus Atlantis all over again.
Thank
I
you.
enjoy the idea of having a pet.
Well, this girl's got a pair of bills, so it's time for
She's definitely trouble.
Master?
What should I say?
Friggin' Chicken recently challenged several random
Yeah,
people to a taste test.
I'll return later.
Any other leading chicken flavored products. Let's listen for which one.
That's a terrible costume.
Care to participate in a taste test? Here, try this leading brand of chicken.
Okay, what are we actually doing? Playing B-rated movie? Yeah. Still not sure about this. Do I want to invest in research? It's a heavy investment. Well, the scholarship it's not bad because you get persuasion. But that's just research 7. It's 32 points. So 15 more. That's a ton of points. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah. Maybe if you could be guaranteed to get all the books and you had use for the books, then definitely I think it's worth it. But as we are now at this point, I'm a little bit dubious. There's have to go to Hollywood. That Larry. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. We wanted to meet Larry.
Baby girl, you know I got what you need.
Nothing new. That pistol intrigues me a little. As a replacement for that. Because that's utterly useless. Yeah, we'll let it go.
Hop in.
So, cemetery. And Vesuvius.
Look who's back.
Yeah, well,
Please, call me Vivi.
Scott Hatter.
Mm-hmm.
Hatter screenplay.
Oh, I suppose I should just tear it up. But I can't. I can't rip up the product of that man's soul. Here, would you tear it up for me?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
I found out the name of his swords.
Are they? I mean, did you?
It's taken care of.
It must have been difficult. But take some comfort in knowing if you hadn't, someone else would have had to. I do appreciate your help. A lot.
How much do you appreciate it?
Can't you tell? I simply adore you. You're so sweet to me. The way you protect me. What would I have done had you never come in here? Oh, why can't they all be like you? The world could be so beautiful.
She's so full of
Here.
shit.
Take this. A reminder of the beautiful girl whose heart you stole.
Photograph photo. Yeah. He's very skilled at using people. But she does it in a way that makes the used think that they're the one initiating things. Yeah. I like her very much. I do dislike the fact that we sort of have to go along with it, and I don't know if it's some physical stat we lack or there's not an option in the actual game. I'm guessing they just made it so that most people would be happy to assist her anyway, so they won't make a big deal out of it. I think that's a reasonable assumption. Because people don't really mind usually being used like that. Because they don't feel that they're being used. They're helping out a person they like, or they are being appreciated and feel respected, liked. So it doesn't feel like to them that they're being used. So it's a very skillful way of taking advantage of people. And it's not exactly evil. Both sides get what they want, or leave happy after the transaction. think to go here. Well, the reason I was a bit hesitant because I recalled one of the side quests in here, and I thought we have to go here, we have to do the side quest immediately. But I don't see any reason why we should have to do it. We will do it, but later. It's a very interesting, very different, unique quest in this thing. But we want to have a decent firearm skill, and we want to be quite accurate, quite deadly before we do it. It's going to eat up quite a bit of ammunition. I'd prefer to have something long range and accurate at that point. Something we could take headshots on without having to go to stabbing range of the target. Yeah, I think this is the place. That's the place. Horror tape. A battered video cassette. The labeling is cheap and worn. You can barely make out Devil Spawn Flesh Beast and the logo, which looks somewhat like DMP. It appears this tape has changed hands more than a few times. Anything else? Doesn't appear to be anything important. We can't access most of these places anyway. Yeah, let's just get out. That's quite clever. I mean, instead of just having a background image with lights there, some of the lights have been made. It's basically the same thing, but it makes the appear a bit more lively. This is the where we can go and do a side quest. Do want to do it. Not now. One of the reasons is that I think I'll have to go push toward the research line. It'll suck up a lot of experience points. At least, basically I need, what, 32 experience points before I can do anything. That's a ton. It's not really necessary in any way. And we could do it, I think, now. It's going to be quite difficult. We have skill books, we have 2. A security skill, yeah. Just 9, that's a tough one. We could, on the other hand, just raise firearm, raise security, get security to 4. Yeah. The reason I'm inclined to go with the research is because I'm persuasion-focused character anyway, so I'll likely take the scholarship 5, which means research 6, so only 2 points needed to. Yeah, it'll mean research 7. So only 2 points needed to intelligence, and we'll get what we want. And it's not a light save, it's a. The intelligence is the one that I don't really like to invest in. That means 20-point investment in something I don't want, and we'll get immediately basically 12 points back from this, and 9 points back from this security, so it'll pay itself off just from the skill books we already have. Everything else besides that is just a bonus.
You made good time. Hand me the item.
Yeah. Here.
I didn't doubt you'd find this, and I apologize if I was overly imperious before. A reflex action. I get a lot of young blood in here forgetting their place. I'll assist you as reasonably as I can with your task. But first, this tape. I'm in a hurry to find out what's behind all the hype, so get comfortable. I do have a feeling that whatever's here may be of use to both of us, however.
Help me.
It's more disturbing than I was led to believe. You can understand my concern now, can't you?
Yeah, that was sick. Why the hell did I need to see that?
It just so happens that around the time this snuff film started circulating, the Nosferatu disappeared. I tried to elicit their help in tracking down the source, and for the first time in all these years, I was dismayed by their absence.
How do you usually contact them?
Usually I just put the word out I'm looking for them, and sooner or later, they appear.
Do you think this tape has something to do with their disappearance?
I assume it does. It's awfully coincidental otherwise. And those creatures. I don't know how many professional FX houses could pull those off. There's a problem, though, in that the film's incomplete. The first half is damaged. We need a complete copy.
Okay, where can I find a complete copy?
Behind the spit-shine gloss of the Hollywood Dream Factory, there's another city churning out a vile byproduct for the furtive consumption of a debauched audience. I have no doubt the film's found its way to another smut peddler. I'd ask around.
Questions.
Certainly.
What you tell me about yourself, Mr. Baron?
In your lifetime, unwittingly or not, you have seen an Isaac Abrams production. As the financier of 30% of American film's top 100 movies, you must have. Being the Baron of Hollywood, I can do any project I want.
Did you produce Ape Race 2 or Ghost Brother? I love those, yeah. I'd be in a movie. I think that's a good idea. Okay, I'm impressed. Who's your favorite person you work with?
Stewart, Lean, Hitchcock, Wilder, Holden, Dean, Scorsese, De Niro, and last but not least, Ash, my child. I remember some studio suit lost in time telling me the only thing they could use Bogart for was to move furniture.
What, did you produce Police Donkey 3 or Time Cake? I love those. What about Ash?
Ash. Where do I begin? 7 years ago, I saw a casting session for what would become Negative Zero. The moment I set eyes on him, the passion of his performance, I knew he had it. I hadn't seen anything like him since Clift or Dean. He had the looks, the charisma, allure, that undefinable quality that makes a film legend. My first movie with him made him a sensation, and it also changed him.
Oh,
Once everyone knew who he was, I no longer did. The parties, the drinking, the sports cars, the women. One night when I came to discuss his next role, I found him nearly dead of an overdose, and I couldn't let him go.
yeah, you made him your child to save him.
I acted on impulse. I'd seen so many others die before their time, but with Ash, I had a chance to prevent that fate.
So what happened?
It devastated Ash. He still wanted to act, but I denied him his place in the limelight. He had to lie to his friends about his new lifestyle. He had to feed. I gave him a club, a scrap of his former glory. I did everything I could to facilitate the change.
Does he hate you?
He feels obligated to me. I don't think he hates me. Resents me, maybe. I am his sire, and he is my child, and there is a responsibility and respect inherent in that bond, even if we are no longer the friends we were. Certainly.
What about Velvet?
You've met Vivi, have you? Of all the kindred I know, she seems the most alive. She's still young, though, but nonetheless adept. She's not my child, but she's become like a daughter to me. Certainly.
Yeah, what can you tell me about the Nosferatu?
The Nosferatu? I pity them, but I loathe their presence. I deal with them when it's necessary. I know they're beneath my city somewhere, but only they know where. They respect my streets, and I keep my politics out of their sewers. But I don't trust them by any stretch of the word. Certainly.
Anything else I can do in this city?
There is something, but it involves a gargoyle.
Oh, crap.
I can see that's got your attention.
Yeah. The thing is, bullets aren't going to do anything to a gargoyle. We need a blunt weapon of some kind.
It's taken up residence in my beloved Asian theater. It is closed now, but that's beside the point. I sent some people to evict it, and it sent them back with a few less limbs. I can't have that monster attacking kindred in my city.
Yeah, how exactly does one deal with a gargoyle?
It's a walking block of stone with a taste for blood. I'd suggest whatever method doesn't result in you being eviscerated. In truth, I'd rather have it as an ally, but I doubt it's going to be chatty. Here's the key for the theater. I'll leave it up to you. Certainly.
I'm not sure any amount of persuasion is gonna do it. I'll try it though. Shit. That means investing in scholarship now. Well, we might as well. But at that point our path to research level 9 is sealed. Well, it's not like I mind that. Just always like to keep the door open, so to speak, to other options. We definitely need gargoyles. We need something else as a weapon. What we have currently simply isn't gonna do.
More flatbread and olive oil. And take back the Chardonnay and open up a Chianti. Let it breathe for 20 minutes and then bring it out with a ziti. Okay?
Yeah, I just wanted
Wanted to know what? Interrupt me while I'm working? Do you understand that this is an important opening, and I, emphasize I, am going to make or possibly break this restaurant?
Just exactly who are you to feel you have so much power?
Me, Tommy Flayton, the food authority of Los Angeles, food critic for the biggest paper on the West Coast, radio personality for the KTLK, Chower Hour. Maybe if I reviewed more Pancake Huts, you'd know me.
That's the man I wanted to talk to.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
Isn't it in your best interest to ban this place? You've got a reputation to keep.
How so?
You're becoming a joke of the food world. You'll give anything a good review.
You know, now that you mention it, the gnocchi was a bit cold, and the ravioli might have been store-bought. Also, the decorum's a bit lacking, isn't it? This place is just an overpriced cafeteria. No stars. Yes. I'm going to write a review that will destroy this restaurant.
Good, good. I'll be leaving now that my work is done. I'm going to the red spot to see if they have a kind of weapon to use against the gargoyle. The block
The
of
moon is
stone.
out, everyone's in dreamland, and you've tuned
Hola.
into the deb of night. Nobody to fall
I'm
asleep
looking
next
for a
to?
chick.
You
Go
mean
ahead
like
and pull the
hardcore
radio
girl
into
on
bed.
girl on
That's what I'm
kangaroo
here
action
for.
and stuff?
And hey, why
Yeah,
don't you call
yeah.
me
My man
sometime?
Flynn
Area
at
code
Sinbin hooked me and my
323
crew up for all the stuff they don't even allow on the
KL522.
internet, man.
Looks like somebody's been waiting
More
in the
of a
queue
horror
quite a while to
snuff
speak to
tape?
yours
Oh,
truly.
that?
So,
Man,
caller, why aren't
That's
you
supposed to be
asleep?
some hardcore shit. I heard this one guy
Insects.
died right after
As
watching
in
it.
you have an insect problem?
No,
Or
where can I
chirping
get a
crickets are
copy?
keeping you
Like I
up,
said,
or
Flynn's a
you have
man.
nightmares
You
about
should talk
them.
to him.
Help me out here.
No. Don't you
Hola.
know? When you fall asleep, they can crawl into your mouth or your ears or your nose.
Yeah, sledgehammer.
You can't
I'll
prevent
take
it
it.
if you're asleep. I mean, what can you do?
Are there any scientists out there listening to this?
I don't know if we can avoid fighting it. Maybe some skill, maybe not. We don't have enough. But the thing is, if it's going to end up in a fight, the sledgehammer is going to be our only realistic weapon of dealing damage reliably. Our weapons will damage it, but it's even if we use all our bullets, it might not die, and we don't want to use that much bullet. So let's save and let's get on with things.